Good, how are you? I'm okay. Oh, good, haven't seen you in a while. No, just saw you 5 minutes ago, actually. Well, maybe. I watched you drive in. How was your drive? Good. Was it? The world is worried this could truly be the end for the amazing conjoined twins, Abby and Brittany Hensel. Known for their unique connection and resilience, the Hensel twins now face an unexpected health crisis that might destroy their future. Abby and Brittany always seemed unstoppable, but they are now confronting challenges that could mean the end for everything they've built together. New health concerns and tough decisions. Things aren't as easygoing as they once seemed for Abby and Brittany. These two have lived their whole lives side by side, handling every aspect of life together. But now, a serious health issue has surfaced, putting their future in jeopardy. Known for their positive attitude and unbreakable bond, they're now facing a daunting reality that's left even their most loyal supporters worried. A difficult choice is on the horizon, one that could mean significant changes in their lives. This decision could impact not just their health, but also their unique connection in ways no one could have predicted. Since birth, Abby and Brittany have been in the public eye. They've starred in documentaries and television series that offered glimpses into their everyday lives, often aiming to foster understanding and reduce the curiosity surrounding their condition. But during this process, a lot more was revealed than just their daily routines. New concerns about their health emerged, concerns that they kept private for so long. Born in 1990, Abby and Brittany are dicephalic parapagous twins, meaning they have two heads but share one body. Each sister controls one half of their body. Abby handles the right, while Brittany manages the left. Their coordination is nothing short of remarkable. They balance responsibilities like driving, where one controls the pedals while the other manages the signals. When we drive, Abby is in control of the gas and the brakes, and then we both steer, obviously. They even share critical organs, such as their liver and reproductive system, making their situation all the more complex. Yet despite these unique challenges, Abby and Brittany have fiercely protected their privacy, choosing to share only what they felt comfortable with. That changed when Abby married Josh Bowling in 2021, bringing them back into the spotlight and reigniting public curiosity about their lives. An uphill battle, Abby and Brittany's journey has been filled with incredible resilience. They've faced surgeries and medical procedures that come with high risks, tackled daily life with a smile, and shown unwavering strength through it all. But the recent health scares are pushing their endurance like never before. The road ahead could be their toughest yet, and the choices they make in the coming months might change everything for them. The world first met Abby and Brittany through TV specials that left audiences in awe. People couldn't help but admire their spirit and their incredible coordination. But now, things have changed, and the future may not hold the happy ending everyone hoped for. Let's dive into how they've managed to live in perfect sync, a feat that goes way beyond what most people can even imagine. Growing up in a small town in Minnesota, they learned to navigate life in a way that's nothing short of extraordinary. Each twin is responsible for one side of their shared body, controlling one leg, one arm, and so on. Every movement, whether it's crawling, walking, swimming, or even clapping, requires both of them to act together, almost like a real-life two-player game. It's not just the physical coordination that's impressive. They have unique personalities that make their bond even more fascinating. Abby is known to be the more serious one, while Brittany is often more carefree and easygoing. This contrast has added a special dynamic to their relationship as they balance not just their shared body, but also their different approaches to life. A lifetime of medical challenges. Health-wise, life hasn't been easy for Abby and Brittany. They've undergone multiple surgeries over the years, procedures to correct their spine, expand their chest for easier breathing, and more. Despite the numerous medical interventions, their ability to adapt has been nothing short of incredible. They've learned to respond, not just physically, but mentally to their unique condition. Imagine experiencing a sensation on your left side, controlled by someone else. That's their daily reality. Their journey began with a big surprise. Their mom didn't know she was carrying conjoined twins until the day they were born. The shock must have been overwhelming, but from that day forward, their family committed to facing the journey together, no matter how difficult. Their early years were filled with countless doctor's visits and tough decisions. The biggest question? Whether to separate them. But the risks were too high. Sharing so many vital organs meant separation could be life-threatening, and the thought of losing one twin to give the other a normal life was simply unbearable. As Abby and Brittany grew up, they made it clear that nothing, not medical predictions, not the stairs, not the obstacles, would hold them back. They attended public school, built friendships, and tackled life just like their peers. When it came to driving, each passed her own test and received a separate license, because despite sharing one body, they're legally two individuals. They joined sports teams, played volleyball, and participated in clubs. They never held back, and with each activity, they sent a message to the world. We're here, and we're thriving. Strangers often stared, asked deeply personal questions, and occasionally crossed the line with offensive comments. But Abby and Brittany always handled these situations with a level of grace and calm that left an impact on everyone around them. They seemed to have a quiet confidence that made it clear they had endured more in a single day than most people do in a year. Their parents raised them to be open about who they were, but they also taught them to draw boundaries when needed. Privacy, after all, was a rare luxury. When it came to career paths, Abby and Brittany weren't about to let anything limit them. Both loved learning, and they realized that teaching was their true calling. They attended Bethel University, where they both earned degrees in education. By 2012, they were fulfilling their dream, working as teachers and finding immense joy in their work. The kids adored them, and the feedback from parents and colleagues was overwhelmingly positive. Although they shared a single salary, Abby and Brittany were more than happy with their roles, motivated by the difference they were making in their students' lives. Even with their brave faces, recent health concerns have really unsettled Abby and Brittany. They've been through so much already, from surgeries and medical complications to the daily struggle of coordinating their movements. But now, whispers about their health are getting louder, and it feels like something significant is brewing. Is this truly the beginning of the end? Or is it just another challenge they'll manage to conquer, as they always have? Their story goes beyond physical struggles. It's about creating their own identities in a world that often struggles to understand them. Abby and Brittany have different tastes and passions. One loves math, while the other is more drawn to the arts. They have different styles, too. One prefers simple clothing, while the other enjoys frills and pinks. Their parents encouraged these differences, dressing them in unique outfits so the world could see them as two individuals. Now, however, they face not only health challenges, but also the continued pursuit of independence in a world that's always watching. Abby and Brittany's lives have been a dance of compromise and shared decisions. What to wear? What to eat? How to live as two people in one body. As they've transitioned into adulthood, they face the same questions everyone else does. What's next? Where do we go from here? For them, it's been about balancing their conjoined life with their individual dreams, career. They've thrown themselves into various activities, sports, music, and more. Playing piano, for example, is no challenge for them. One handles the left hand, while the other plays the right. This coordination showcases just how well they've adapted to their unique situation. Their parents have always been by their side, offering encouragement and support at every step. At one point, Abby and Brittany dreamed of careers as pilots or even dentists, but ultimately, teaching felt like the right path. It's a career that allows them to make a difference, just as they've always wanted. When Abby and Brittany landed their first teaching job, it was an instant success. The kids adored them, seeing in them not only dedicated teachers, but also inspiring role models who redefined what it meant to overcome challenges. Their principal and colleagues praised the unique energy they brought to the classroom. The twins' approach was refreshing, combining two personalities, different perspectives, and a shared resilience that made every lesson unforgettable. As they moved on to a new school, Abby and Brittany brought the same spirit, and it didn't take long for their new students and co-workers to be just as inspired. They connected with students on a level beyond academics, showing them that success comes in many forms. Though they share one salary between them, their influence is immeasurable. They're proving that impact isn't measured by income, but by the difference they make in young lives, with their health as an ongoing question mark. And it would be nice to predict their future. Everyone asks, how long, what do you expect for the future for these girls? Well, I expect them to live healthy, normal, happy lives, but it would be sort of nice to know, how that circulatory system is going to play out. There's an undeniable worry about what lies ahead. For years, Abby and Brittany's lives have been defined by resilience, always bouncing back from whatever life throws their way. But as new health issues emerge, there's a growing uncertainty. Can they keep beating the odds? Or is the weight of a lifetime of challenges beginning to take its toll? There's no denying they've lived an extraordinary life. Their accomplishments, their courage, it's all truly inspiring. But behind the glowing headlines and the public admiration is a much more complex reality, one that's not always easy to face. Their journey has been about navigating the impossible, and now they're facing perhaps their greatest challenge yet, miracle of nature. Now let's take a closer look at Abby and Brittany Hensel's story. Born in 1990 in Minnesota, these two are a remarkable duo. They're often described as a miracle of nature, a rare and awe-inspiring phenomenon. But beneath that wonder is a life that's incredibly challenging, a life lived with no choice but to compromise, adapt, and push forward day after day. The physical reality is mind-boggling. They share one body with two heads, one set of organs from the waist down, and control split down the middle. Abby's brain controls her side, and Brittany's brain controls hers. Every movement, every action has to be an exhausting feat when you consider they have to work together for everything, every moment of their lives. Picture living that way, with your sibling as your constant, unavoidable partner. It's not just demanding, it's an emotional and physical marathon that never ends. From the very beginning, Abby and Brittany had to figure out how to work together, learning to control a body that doesn't fully belong to either of them. Just think about the challenges of childhood. Learning to crawl, walk, balance, and move. Now, imagine doing all of that when you only control one half. As babies, their journey wasn't smooth. Mastering these basics came with a lot of tripping, falling, and the kind of trial and error most of us would find overwhelming. Activities like swimming, bike riding, and even playing volleyball didn't come easily. When they joined the volleyball team, it wasn't a graceful experience. There were stumbles, falls, and a lot of teamwork involved in getting to the point where they could actually play together. But through years of effort and unbreakable determination, they didn't just manage. They found a way to thrive as one functioning, coordinated team, the secret ingredient. The real secret to Abby and Brittany's success isn't just resilience, it's constant open communication. They've practically turned it into an art form, with years of practice fine-tuning their coordination through endless conversations. Every little move, every intention, spoken out loud until it becomes second nature. And in their teaching careers, this skill is a major asset. While one explains a concept, the other fields questions, keeping students engaged and on their toes. It's a bit like a double act, but in the best way possible. The students get 2 educators for the price of 1, and for any school budget, that's an unbeatable deal. But let's be clear, growing up like this wasn't all smooth sailing. School was tough. Kids stared, adults whispered, and Abby and Brittany often found themselves proving they were more than a curiosity. That kind of scrutiny isn't easy, and it led them to develop a thick skin to protect themselves from a world that couldn't quite decide whether to treat them as an anomaly or overlook them entirely. Over time, though, they found their rhythm, learning to handle the stares, the whispers, and the unavoidable questions that people just seem compelled to ask. 2 halves make a whole. Just imagine the 2 of them, technically 2 people, at the front of a classroom. One is Abby, the other is Brittany. But together, they're so much more than just 2 separate halves. When one speaks, the other keeps a keen eye on the class, ready to step in if someone looks lost, or more often, to catch any goofing off. It's a seamless tag team effort. Anthony, you get to answer this question because I asked this one to tell you that a lot. What? There's 4 eyes watching you, right? Hadari? Saying the same stuff at the same time. Absolutely. You like that, don't you? Honed by a lifetime of living in sync. For any student, there's no escape. Double the eyes means double the attention. Their teamwork may seem effortless, but behind the scenes, it's anything but simple. Constant compromise, careful planning. It's all part of their daily routine. Every task, every lesson requires them to be completely on the same page. If they're not, things fall apart quickly. Outside of work, they're like anyone else. They hang out with friends, go to concerts, have fun. But independence takes on a whole new meaning for them. It means negotiating every choice with someone who's literally attached to you. There's no storming off in the heat of an argument, or giving each other the silent treatment without things getting unbearably awkward. They've learned to compromise and make room for each other's needs without losing their individual identities, which is no small feat. Their pursuit of independence is an ongoing journey that brings both challenges and moments of triumph. What's most remarkable about Abby and Brittany is that they aren't actively trying to be inspiring. They just want to live their lives, teach math, spend time with friends, and enjoy the everyday. But people can't help but see them as symbols of resilience, proof that the human spirit can overcome any obstacle. And while there's truth in that, Abby and Brittany are also just 2 regular people trying to navigate life, facing the usual frustrations and then some. Their story isn't about seeking admiration. It's about finding joy, independence, and purpose in a life most people couldn't imagine. They've shown the world that 2 people can live fully, even while sharing one life. Abby and Brittany Hensel have redefined the boundaries of what's possible, not because they set out to make a statement, but because they had no other option. Living under a microscope, they've continually faced the world's skepticism, yet they've proven that being different doesn't mean being less. It simply means adapting and creating their own path. Even though they didn't ask to become symbols of strength and resilience, their story continues to inspire. But this story doesn't fit neatly into a feel-good TV segment. Abby and Brittany's journey is far from over, with each day bringing new and varied challenges. Some are as simple as everyday frustrations, while others are complex and difficult to understand for those who haven't walked in their shoes. Take something as common as hanging out with friends, for example. For most, deciding where to go or what to do is easy. But for Abby and Brittany, it's a balancing act. They have different interests. One might want to go to the movies, while the other would prefer a concert. Yet they share one body, and therefore one destination. These small moments require constant negotiation, not only with friends, but also with each other. And then, There's the physical reality of accessibility. While a restaurant or theater might seem entirely normal to most people, they are their mother's kids. Our mom is a lot like us in like every aspect, basically. Brittany's a lot more stubborn, just like Dad. And I'm more like, Abby worries a lot. I worry a lot, just like Mom. So definitely a mix between our parents, and we're very close to them. It can present unique obstacles for them. Simple things like finding a seat that feels right or navigating a space comfortably can make what seems like a routine outing a complex ordeal. Then, there's the reality of being forever on display. People stare. It's human nature. For Abby and Brittany, every trip out in public comes with a layer of constant attention that few can imagine. For them, blending in or simply existing in a public space without feeling like they're on display is rare. They've learned to handle the attention and manage the reactions, but this kind of scrutiny is a reality few would truly understand without experiencing it firsthand. Abby and Brittany's lives are a testament to compromise, of finding balance and creating harmony in the most interconnected of existences. Every choice, from food to fashion, involves finding common ground. Their parents fostered their individuality, dressing them in subtly different outfits from a young age to show the world they were distinct people. This helped them learn to express their personalities uniquely, despite sharing one physical form. Whether it's Abby's love for the arts or Brittany's flair for math, they've each managed to build identities within the constraints of their shared life. This individuality shines in the classroom, where each brings a unique style to their teaching, captivating their students with a shared but multifaceted approach to learning. Together, they're more than just a pair. They're two people with unique gifts who've made a lasting impact on everyone they meet. For Abby and Brittany, life has been a continuous balancing act between their individual identities and their shared existence. Each twin has her own likes and dislikes, hobbies and aspirations. Abby may want to dive into a good book, while Brittany might be in the mood for a TV show. This constant negotiation isn't about one giving in to the other. It's about respecting each other's needs and finding ways to compromise without frustration or resentment. Maintaining individuality within a shared life isn't just about preferences. It's about giving each other the room to express who they are. Through open communication and an incredible amount of teamwork, they manage to honor both sides of their personalities, proving that even in such close quarters, individuality is possible. Teaching, learning, and growing. Abby and Brittany are as goal-driven as anyone, with big dreams for their future. They've considered furthering their teaching careers, pursuing advanced degrees, or even specializing in different subjects. Given their success in the classroom, these goals are well within reach. In their roles as teachers, they bring something extraordinary to their students. By seeing Abby and Brittany work together, students aren't only learning math or language arts. They're witnessing firsthand the importance of collaboration, respect, and adaptability. These are life lessons that go beyond equations and reading comprehension, shaping young minds with perspectives they might never gain from a traditional classroom setting. Learning to drive. One of their greatest accomplishments so far is learning to drive. For most people, driving is a rite of passage. For Abby and Brittany, it was a test of patience, trust, and coordination on a whole new level. They had to master complete synchronicity, communicating constantly, reacting in unison, and trusting each other implicitly. The fact that they passed their driver's test is more than a personal victory. It's a testament to their determination and unbreakable teamwork. Driving requires the twins to manage complex actions in sync, a feat that most of us never even think twice about. They had to perfect a split-second coordination, with each responsible for one side of the vehicle. This achievement shows just how far they've come in navigating their shared life, constantly meeting and surpassing expectations, often exceeding what most would assume possible. Abby and Brittany's journey has been filled with obstacles, frustrations, and plenty of moments where giving up might have felt tempting. They've faced challenges that most of us will never have to consider, from physical limitations to public scrutiny. Yet, despite the setbacks, they've continued to push forward, learning and adapting together every step of the way. 2. Women. One life lived boldly. Abby and Brittany have carved out a place for themselves in a world that wasn't designed with their needs in mind. They're not looking for sympathy or hero worship. They're simply navigating life with a resilience and humor that make them relatable, yet exceptional. They've faced down immense obstacles with a blend of practicality and optimism, revealing a strength that goes beyond physical limitations. Through it all, they've maintained a light-hearted approach to life and an unbreakable bond with each other, finding joy and meaning in their shared experience. Their journey continues to evolve, but one thing remains clear. Abby and Brittany Hensel have shown us all that strength lies not in trying to be extraordinary, but in simply refusing to give up.